Welcome to my live. Hold on one second.
Kinsley, can you bring me a bottle of water? I drank all mine. Can you bring me a bottle of water? Yes.
Y'all, I got a sip of water left, and I know I'm going to need more. Ooh, sorry about that. Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I'm a content coach. And I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. Like, you take that bowl downstairs for me?
Hi.
I don't think there's anybody on. I just started.
There's one person on YouTube. Hi.
And I forget where I am in my intro. I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I have been creating content on social media since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to strategically shop for the things that they need without paying full price. In 2020, during the pandemic, my clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, thank y'all so much for the likes on TikTok." My clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start side hustles? Can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to make more money outside of our 9s to 5s? Because it's a pandemic. Some people lost their jobs. Some people's spouses lost their job. And they were like, we need a way to be able to make more money. Can you help us? Can you teach us what you did?" And I was like, okay. So I like to say in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. My business coach at the time also was like, "Hey, Crystal, can you come coach my people?" And I was like, "You want me to coach your people?" Because I was her star student. I was like, okay. So I accidentally became a business coach in 2020. And for 3 years, I did both. Forward facing, I was your girl for couponing. I was the couponing girl. I was on the news a crap ton of times. I got to do a live with Mario Lopez. I was booking coupon and brand deals. I was doing all the things. And behind the scenes, I was servicing my clients with starting YouTube channels, starting and growing their businesses, creating side hustles, taking the idea from their brain and turning it into a business. That's what I did behind the scenes. And I did it for 3 years. And what I found was I fell in love with being a business coach. I absolutely fell in love with helping women make more money. Why? Because nothing bad happens when women make more money. When you make more money, you make more opportunities for yourself. You have the opportunity to make more impact, and you have more accessibility to things. You know, money doesn't necessarily, people say money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys me the opportunity to make myself happy. It buys me the opportunity to be inside of a room. It buys me the opportunity to move around and do the things that I want. So nothing bad happens when women make more money. And I wanted to help women make more money. I wanted to help women see the abundance in their creativity and in their ideas of starting a business. So in 2023, I decided I am a business coach. I decided I did not want to be known as the couponing girl anymore. I decided that I did not want to coupon and create all couponing content. I still coupon to this day. I actually coupon today. I went to Walgreens today, last day of the sale, and I got toothpaste because my toothpaste stockpile is looking whoo child. So now I think we have 5 tubes, which is like, this is like the lowest I've ever been on toothpaste, like since I started couponing. And then I got toilet paper and paper towels, and I got some more storage bags. So I literally still coupon. The millionaire version of me is going to coupon. As long as coupons are available, I'm going to coupon. But I do not want to teach couponing content. I do not want to create money-saving content. That is not my main goal. My main goal is to be a business coach. Now, in 2023, I said I'm a business coach. In 2024, I closed down my couponing programs. I let go of a ton of clients. I let go of thousands of dollars of reoccurring revenue, which hurt my soul just a little. But I said, if I'm going to be a business coach, I'm going to go all in. I also started a business YouTube channel in 2023 because, again, I wanted to build an audience of women who wanted to start and grow their businesses. So I said I needed to build a fresh audience because I built all of my social medias off the backs of couponing, which is nothing wrong with that. Do I have clients? Do I have an audience of people who came for couponing, but also came to get business coaching? Absolutely, because they were my first group of clients. So in 2024, I was in a state of depression. I had let go of a relationship and engagement, the person I thought I was going to marry and be with forever. So I I don't want to say I was struggling, but I was finding myself again. I was grieving that relationship and I was kind of in a dark place. I wasn't clear in my business. I wasn't anything for anybody business coach. I did not have a secret sauce. Some people don't like niches. I prefer to have a niche area that I'm focusing on. And I didn't have that. I was like all over the place and I wasn't signing clients the way that I wanted to because it wasn't clear. It wasn't focused. Like when you are selling something, you need to be clear and you need to be focused. You cannot be all over the place. And I was all over the place because personally, I was a hot mess. So throughout me being a hot mess, I was like, okay, what's your secret sauce, Crystal? What makes you different from everybody else? What do you bring to the table as a business coach that other business coaches may not bring to the table, that other business coaches may not focus on? The answer to that question was content. Since 2018, I've posted over 2,000 YouTube videos, countless TikToks, and I've gone live over 1,000 times. 1,000 times I've gone live, free and paid. As a result of that content and me being a content maniac, I have been able to make over $400,000 in 6 years. $400,000 since 2019 I have been able to make. I've made money directly from YouTube. I've made a few $100s from TikTok, from the platform. I've done brand deals with TikTok and got paid thousands. I have been able to make tens of thousands of dollars from affiliate income. But most importantly, I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my coaching. I don't sell digital products. I don't sell you a course. I literally sell one-on-one and group coaching. And I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars selling that from my content. My clients have been able to make money from their content. They have been able to get sales from their content. So I said, I am a content coach. I am the coach that's going to help you, number one, build your audience because you cannot sell to an empty room. And number two, I'm going to teach you how to sell your products and services without feeling like a sleazy used car salesman and without having to say buy, 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 buy all the time. When you focus on the why, people will buy. You don't have to say buy. Okay. So I'm saying all that to say that is how I became a content coach, out of a need to figure out how focused I was. Once I became focused, once I figured out that clarity, I signed clients every single month. Every single month I signed a client because I was clear. I signed multiple clients because I was clear about who I was helping and what I was helping them with. And that was a game changer for me. So that brings me to my live today. Going live is my number one way to show up in my content. Going live is the number one way that I enjoy engaging with my audience. Going live is the way that I show up for my audience and teach and educate and motivate and sell. So for tonight's live, I want to talk about repurposing and reusing your content. Repurposing and reusing your content can be a game changer for you as a business owner, because we have to remember, and I had to have this conversation with myself yesterday. I haven't even told my biz bestie about this. I've only told my sister about this because it literally happened yesterday. I had to have a tough conversation with myself. I had to have a moment of practice what you preach, because I'm a business owner first and a content creator second. Do I like to be able to make money a multitude of different ways? Do I like to be able to make money from the apps? Absolutely. But my number one goal is to sell my coaching packages. Okay. Yesterday, I got a notification from TikTok that because I have a business account, I'm no longer eligible for the creator program, meaning I won't get paid for my lives. And I wasn't getting paid a lot, y'all. I was getting paid like 10 cents. Like they sent me a check. My last check from TikTok was $11. Before that, I got paid. It was $100. And I think that $100 came like in January. Since January, I didn't get anything until I got that $11 this month. So I'm not missing out on money. I wasn't making thousands, but it kind of stung because I was like, okay, this is a way that I hoped to make a few extra dollars. Oh, $100 a month. Okay. It's not a lot, but it helps. And I had to sit with myself, and I told my sister, I was like, well, now I'm at a crossroads. Do I switch to a personal account and lose all of the business perks so that I could potentially make money? Or do I keep the business account and focus on business and keep the analytics, keep the things that I'm able to do because I have a business account and not make money? And I sat with myself for a second, and it was actually an easy decision. Like, I'm a business owner first and a content creator second. Now, if my videos start to do magnificent, then maybe your girl would have to switch to a personal account. But if my videos are doing magnificent, I pray that I'm in front of, oh, that's not what I meant to pin. I pray that I am in front of my ideal clients and they are actually wanting to work with me versus just watching my content to get me paid from the platform. And I'll get paid a whole lot more selling my coaching packages than waiting for TikTok to pay me, because in 6 months I got paid $111. Like, it's not a lot. It's not like I was posting so much that I was getting a lot of money. So I'm saying all that to say, to remember, you are a business owner first and a content creator second. Unless you are watching me and you're a content creator, go girl. But right now, I'm speaking to business owners. I'm speaking to business owners that are using social media to market their business and make sales. Repurposing, reusing, and reposting your content can help you tremendously. And I'm going to share with you my top tips for repurposing and reusing and reposting your content. The name of this game is work smarter, not harder. Now, the one thing that I suggest for all business owners, if you're making less than $3,000 a month in your business, you should be focusing on one main platform and one secondary platform. You're going to hear a lot of gurus, a lot of coaches telling you diversify, be everywhere, which is true to a certain extent. I am live right now in 5 places, okay? But I have been doing this for almost 7 years. August will be 7 years that I've been creating content. I did not start off going live on 5 platforms. I'm live on both of my YouTube channels, my Facebook business page, TikTok, and Instagram at the same damn time. When I started going live, I was live on YouTube. That was it for like 2 years. It wasn't until 2021 that I started going live in multiple places. And I want to say late 2021 going into 2022. So it's only been about 3 years that I've been going live everywhere. You need one main platform to focus on and one secondary platform. You are going to be spending too much time focusing on content when you are a business owner first and a content creator second, if you're trying to be in all the places all the time. If this makes sense, tap the screen on TikTok. If this makes sense on YouTube, please drop a yes in the comments. And I forgot. Oh my gosh. I've been getting so excited to jump in that I've been forgetting. I need to know who's here. So if you could let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and what platform do you create content on? What platform is your number one platform? If you could only pick one, what platform do you create content on? So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And if you can only create on one platform, where would you create? I'm in the Orlando area. If I could only create on one platform, it would be YouTube. YouTube is my number one platform. To this day, YouTube is my number one platform and it will stay like that. So let me know where y'all are watching from and where you would create content if you can only create content on one platform. So one main platform and one secondary platform. Why is this important? Less is more when you are a business owner. Your main goal is to sell your products. Your main goal is to get sales, make money. Your main goal is not to post on every single platform and be seen on every single platform. It's also to your benefit to build an audience in one place first and then diversify. Anybody that's starting off new today, I would not tell them to post everywhere as a business owner. Now, if you are a content creator, that could reign different for you, but I'm speaking to people who have a product and service that they want to sell. Trying to be everywhere is not going to benefit you. Start in one place. And it doesn't have to be like that forever. I was on one main platform, only YouTube, for about 2 years. And then I diversified to TikTok. And then I had my VA create content for Instagram and Facebook. But for my first almost 2 years, I only posted on YouTube and then I reposted on Facebook and Instagram, which is what we're about to talk about. But I really want you to focus on one main platform and one secondary platform, okay? So when you have your one platform, the first thing you want to do when it comes to creating your content is you need to decide on your content topics for the month. So when I sit down to create my content topics, I create my content topics for my long form YouTube videos first, and then I do my live video topics second. Those two are my biggest chunks of content. I post about 4 long form YouTube videos per month. And my live cadence is about 4 lives per week or 16 lives per month. That's 20 pieces of content for my YouTube channel. But I'm not coming up with 20 different content ideas. I'm repurposing my ideas. We're going to talk about that in a second. So I have a ton of videos on how to plan, batch, and schedule your content for a month. That is my jam. That is what I teach. That is what I do. So you need to decide your content topics for the month. So how often do you want to post on social media? 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. As a business owner, don't stress yourself out trying to post 5 times a day. That is too much when your goal is to what? Sell your products and service first. Be a content creator second. Okay? How many times per week are you posting? 3 times a week on Instagram? Bet. You need 12 video topics for the month. Are you posting 3 times a week and going live once a week? That means you need 16 video topics, right? 16. That's your content topic round. You are going to decide on your content topics. Now, I would suggest this. Come up with your 12 core topics first, your 12 videos. From those 12 videos, double down and talk about one of those same things on your live. That's an example of repurposing your content. For example, I can make a video on how to repurpose your content. Then I will turn around and do a live on this is how you repurpose your content. Why do I do that? A lot of times the audiences are different. The people that are watching my pre-recorded video may not show up to my live and vice versa. And if the people come to both, the benefit of the live is that they can come in and ask me questions in real time. The benefit of the long form content is that they can rewatch it over and over again. It's succinct. They don't get any of the questions. They can get all of the meat that they want, and then they can come to the live to get all of the Q&As. Does that make sense? Tap the screen on TikTok if that makes sense. Yes, in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if that makes sense, okay? That's an example of repurposing. When I know that I need 16 live topics and I have 4 long-form videos to create, I create my 4 long-form video topics first. That's what I call my anchor content, my core content. Then from those 4, I try to come up with 2 to 3 live topics from each one of those. Before I even go and look at like live topics that I said I wanted to do in the future, questions that people ask me, I literally am going to repurpose from the 4 core pieces of content, my lives. I may get 7 or 8, maybe 10 ideas of my 16 from that 4. That's another example of repurposing, okay? If you want to repost your content, and let's just say your main platform is Instagram, your secondary platform is TikTok, and maybe you also want to post on your Facebook page, whatever. Whatever piece of content you post on Instagram, you literally download it, remove any watermarks, which I think most of the platforms now are not even putting watermarks in, but you download that piece of content and you post it. You just repost the same exact piece of content with a caption on another platform, okay? This works really well for our short form vertical videos. So my example of reposting content right now is I literally create day in the life videos, which has become my second favorite type of content to create. Lives are first, day in the lives are second, long form YouTube videos are third. Carousel posts are fourth. I don't want to create a carousel. What I do is I record the day in the life. I put the captions in, all the things. I edit an InShot. I take that same day in the life. I post it on both YouTube channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I repost the same piece of content because it's vertical. I will not repost my horizontal long form YouTube videos anywhere else. I may consider putting them on Facebook, but I don't want to do that. I can put the link to the YouTube video on Facebook and have people go watch the video on Facebook. Whereas on the short forms, I'm going to post my day in the life on YouTube Shorts, which is the main place that I wanted it to go anyway. And then I said, well, if I already have this short form video, I can post it on TikTok. I can post it on Instagram, and I can post it on Facebook, because why not? I already have the content. It's already edited. It takes me a couple extra settings to put it on all platforms. but I've already built all of these platforms. I already have an audience on all of these platforms. Does that make sense? It's not like I'm starting from zero trying to post everywhere. That's too much. I've built up my audience. I built my YouTube audience. Then I built TikTok. And then simultaneously, I was building Instagram and Facebook because I was always just reposting the same pieces of content over there. Okay? So you have to decide what's your main platform and what's your secondary platform. Focus on your main platform content, and then you can you can repost or reuse that same piece of content on other platforms. But I don't want you to feel like it has to be on all the platforms. Another tip, if you are going to use content from one platform to the other, make sure it's formatted for that platform. I don't want to take a horizontal YouTube video and cut it. It doesn't always come out good unless you have a high quality editing, which I don't. I edit on iMovie and InShot. That's it. I'm not paying for an editor, and I'm not paying for any editing software. Well, I paid $20 a year for InShot. Don't just take a piece of content and repost it. Do not take a YouTube thumbnail and post it on Instagram. It's not going to format right. Don't take a YouTube thumbnail and post it on TikTok. It's not going to format right. Format your content for the platform that you're posting it on. That's why my day in the lives are vertical. I could have vlogged them horizontal, but if I vlog them horizontal, they can only go on YouTube. But because I have an audience on 5 platforms, I said, okay, this day in the life is a piece of content like my lives that can go on every single platform with no issues. You just want to make sure that watermarks are removed. And when you make that piece of content, make it available for your secondary platform. The option to reuse your content is when you re-record or re-edit the video for that platform. So an example of that for me is my captions on Facebook versus Instagram, and then my description box and everything on YouTube. All of that has to be different. So I'm reusing the same information, but I'm formatting it for each platform. Facebook, you can put links in the description box or in the caption. YouTube, you can put links in the description box. Right? TikTok and Instagram, one of my biggest pet peeves, don't put links in your captions. They're not clickable. So my captions on Instagram, link in bio. My caption on TikTok, go to my profile and get the link. I'm not going to write my website or put the link on Instagram or TikTok because it's not clickable. And it's very annoying to want to click a link that you can't click in a caption. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Liv. I honestly did not go live yesterday. Life was lifing, and me and Kinsley were up until after midnight taking out her hair. We were Instacarting late. We ate dinner late. We did everything late. Everything was late yesterday. And when I looked up, it was midnight, and I was like, I'm going to bed. It's late right now, and I still got to go wash her hair because we cannot do everything at one time. So we took out the hair last night. We're going to wash her hair today, and then I'm going to start her twist tomorrow on top of me finishing my twist on Thursday. So I finished my hair on Thursday, took out her hair on Friday, going to wash her hair today, and then start her twist tomorrow. It's just, it's life. But I hope that you're doing better. So make sure the content that you are repurposing or reusing is formatted for the platform that you're putting it on. Okay? All right. What else do I have on here? I basically said everything in my little rant. I didn't plan on this live being long, but I want to give you guys an update on my 15K challenge. So we have a long way to go to get to 15K. And I'm going to make a video, a little dramatic video. For sure, I'm going to make a dramatic video of how I didn't hit my challenge goal. Like I still have today and tomorrow. How I didn't hit my challenge goal, but we're going to extend the challenge. And I'll talk about extending it tomorrow. But I did make a bunch of money over the past couple of days. I don't feel like picking up the board. I'm not going to hold you. I do not feel like picking up the board. Right after this, I already recorded the update video. So if you want to see the board, it's going to be in the update video that I post after this. I feel you more power to you. You got this. Oh, thank you so much. But let me give y'all an update of day 17. If you're new to this, I am doing a 15K challenge. My goal is to make 15K by June 15th. because Kinsley got into a private school that's an hour away from where we currently live. So number one, I have to start paying a portion of tuition, and I made my first tuition payment in June. Okay. Second, I also have to buy uniforms. Because the school's an hour away, we have to move. I already have a house to move in, and the deposit is paid. Thank the God, because the chunk of money I made from the challenge so far has been able to help me pay the tuition. It also has been help me to pay the deposit for the new house, and I have a little bit of money for the movers, and I was able to get my laptop. So, but we still have a lot more things to pay for and a lot more things that we desperately need. And I need a little bit of help of getting ahead with rent, because I had to pay rent here for July, and then I have to pay rent again, not until September at the new house. But there's a bunch of other things that I have to buy too. So anywho, I decided to do a 15K challenge because when I did all of my math, I needed about 15K. And this 15K is going to allow us to move, continue to pay for moving stuff. A lot of the things that I have in this house, we are getting rid of. We have donated 11 bags of clothes, 1 bag to Once Upon a Child that they paid us for. I've probably gotten rid of 10 bags of trash. I filled up my recycle bin twice already. Okay. And I'm going to fill up my recycle bin again because I still have to go through all of my office stuff. So we have been cleaning. We have been organizing. I'm selling things in my house. So as a result of that, there's a lot of things that we actually need. And I want to go into this new house. It's a brand new construction, and I want to have fresh and new things. So the 15K will really help us be able to move, and it also allow me to take 2 weeks off in July. I haven't taken 2 weeks off from working. So even if I wasn't working in Chris the Maximizer, I was working in my side hustles. I have not taken 2 weeks off of work and not worked since 2019. The most I've ever taken off is like a couple days. And I would love to be able to take off the last 2 weeks of July so that I can move, so that I can clean up this house, move into the new house, unpack. So this 15K will allow me to not have to work or sell or anything in the last 2 weeks of July and start right again on August 1st. Okay. Tuition, moving, and then laptop. Okay. I ordered my laptop today. I cracked my laptop screen, which is another monkey wrench in the plan that I was not planning for. Okay. All of that is why I need the 15K. But I'm not the person that was like, give me I'm not doing that. I'm going to sell. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to show up. So what have I done so far? Enough yapping. So as of day 17, because today's day 17, I started this challenge on June 28th, 29th, 30. No, June 29th. I start May 29th. I started this challenge May 29th, and it's day 17. In the past 2 days, I sold my cat tree. So I had a cat tree that I was selling on Facebook Marketplace because Orlando, my cat, rest in peace to Orlando, he went to glory at the end of 2023. So when I tell you how I fell apart, my cat died. I broke off the engagement. Kinsley went to go live with her daddy primarily, right? Not in a bad way. It was all good reasons. But all of that stuff happened at the end of 2023. So I went into 2024 like depressed. And I wasn't depressed over Kinsley because I knew that was happening. But also like that was the first time in a very long time that I was like alone. Like alone. Anywho, Orlando went to glory and I sold his cat tree. A cat tree that he barely used. Hi, thank you so much for joining. He barely used that thing. Like I would put catnip on it and he would play with it. But he wasn't with the shits. Like he didn't care about that cat tree. And it was by the window and he just wasn't with it. So I sold that today for $50. So shout out to the ladies that bought it. They were super nice. I did an Uber Eats order. Can I rant for a second about being a gig worker? So if you don't know, I had 2 side hustles. Okay. So I run my business full time and then I have 2 side hustles. My first side hustle is gig work. I Instacart, I shipped, I do Uber Eats. And then my second side hustle is I travel with my sorority sister around the United States selling sorority and fraternity apparel. Those are my 2 side hustles, plus my business that keep me afloat. Do I still coupon? Yes. I went couponing today at Walgreens. And I'm not going to post a video about it because I don't even know if I put the stuff away, but I'm moving and my brain is very overwhelmed right now. So I did coupon today. I got toothpaste at Walgreens. I got toilet paper. I got paper towels and I got storage bags. And then yesterday, I went to Publix and did a bunch of couponing because they had BOGOs, and I had coupons, and there was Ibotta rebates. So we got a bunch of things from what is it called? From Publix. Do I record my couponing? Sometimes. You can go to my couponing channel, Chris the Maximizer, just the same as this. Go to YouTube, type in Chris the Maximizer, and you can watch the videos. I might have like 4 or 5 from 2025 that you can watch. Now, I will say this. I do have a couple couponing videos that I do want to upload to that channel. Like some updated, refreshing videos that I'm going to do, but I don't have time right now. It probably won't be until after I move, and it might be videos that are going into 2026 because I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do in my business, but I ain't got enough time. I'm tired, and there's a lot going on. So, ranting about Uber Eats. So, Uber Eats is one of my gig apps that I have. I have Spark, I have Instacart, I have Shipt, I have Uber Eats. Those are the 4 that I have, okay? And I did Uber Eats, and it was a $6 order from McDonald's, and it was only like 3.5 miles. I get the order, drop it off, follow the instructions, take a picture, and the person tip baited me. Do y'all know what tip baiting is? It's when they put a tip on because they want you to hurry up and deliver their food. Because for $2, I wouldn't have took it. For $6, I'll drive 3 miles for $6 to pick up your food, drop it off, and drive back because the Publix that I do Instacart at is in the same parking lot. So Instacart was slow. I turned on Uber Eats. Long story short, she tip baited me. And that pissed me off. That was the first tip baiter I got. And I was like, those are the kind of people where I want to go back and be like, what can I do to improve my service to earn your tip? And then I had to tell myself, probably nothing. So I'm definitely the person that if you are ordering something and someone is shopping or delivering, you should tip them because they are doing a service for you. They are doing a service. I also was a server. I was a bus girl. I come from a tipping background. If you are ordering something, tip. Now, when I go to Tropical Smoothie, I don't tip. I'm not tipping at Tropical Smoothie, and I'm not tipping at Subway because making my sandwich and making my smoothie, that's a part of your job. Now, if I paid somebody to deliver my smoothie, I would tip the delivery person, even if it's only a $2 tip because they only going 2 miles. Tip the gig workers, please. The apps don't pay us enough. Yes, that's another problem. The app should pay us, but like Instacart's minimum delivery pay is between $4 and $7. So if you don't leave a tip and your order is small, the person delivering your groceries that shopped for your groceries and delivered them is getting paid $4 to $7. Not even minimum wage. And most orders take at least a good 20 minutes to shop and deliver, even if the delivery is close. Because you got to shop, you got to put it in your car, you got to drive, you got to get out your car, put it there, take a picture. Even when I go to my close 1 mile customers, it's 20 minutes between shop, unless I'm just getting a bottle of liquor. But even still, when I'm just going to the liquor store getting 1 bottle, 15 minutes. Like, come on now. Anywho, I got tip baited and it pissed me off. I'm over it now. So I made $2.16 from Uber Eats. Not trying to bring you away from what you're talking about, but that's where I learned a big part. Oh, that's awesome. Now, if you still want help couponing, I do have one-on-one coaching where I can teach you how to coupon. If you want help couponing, I still can teach it just one-on-one. I'm just not teaching it online. So if you want the help, I can still help you with it because I still do it. But from Instacart in the past 2 days, I made $282 because I got a $2 cash tip and 18 cents. So my grand total for my 15K challenge so far is I've made $6,072.51. I still have, which the math don't, 6, 12, 13, 14. I think I did this math wrong. Let me get my calculator out. I think I did the math wrong. Let me see. Let's see if I did the math wrong because I think I missed the number 4853. And I'm gonna tell y'all what my total is. 6, 7 plus No, I think I did the math right, y'all. 0.7. But does anybody have any questions about repurposing or reusing their content? Let me know. Plus 1865 plus 7610 plus 1120. I accidentally put an extra $2, but I made that $2 in cash, so that $2 is fine. So subtract. Yeah, I don't know why I put a 7. It's an 8. I was like, that is not right. I put 7,000 and it's 8,000. I was like, girl. All right. So my grand total so far, $6,072.51. And I have $8,927.49 to go. So we still got a nice little chunk to go. Okay. We still need about $9,000 to get us to where we need to go. So I'm most likely going to extend the challenge. So my ask of you, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love it if you could join my email list. How do you join my email list? You go to my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, KRYSTheMaximizer.com, and you click on join the email list. When you join my email list, you're going to get an email from me with the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel and the link to book a free sales call. If you've been wanting to work with me, now is the time to help me reach my challenge, but most importantly, help you create more consistent content for your business. Let's work together. I have one-time strategy sessions. I have a 90-minute strategy session where I help you create 30 days of content, or I have a 9-month one-on-one coaching where I can help you create consistent content that converts into consistent sales, and my content consistency and cash coaching. Okay. So I would love to help you with your business. I would love to help you create content. You can go to my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, click on work with me. There's videos about both coaching offers, what I help you with, how I'm going to help you, what I'm going to help you with, what each one looks like. There's a written description of each one. And if you feel like one of those are for you, please book a sales call. The sales call is free. It's a free 1 hour for us to sit and chat about what we can do to work together to help you create more consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I'm a little bit tired right now, so I'm not going to go through the details of all of them, but you can go to my website. I've created detailed videos about the 90-minute strategy session and the 9-month coaching. The other thing, if you want more help, but you're like, it's a little out of my budget, I understand. I also have a secret offer. It's less than $200. It's actually less than $150. And you can get a one-time coaching session with me, but you have to be on my email list to get it. Okay. So you get on my email list, you can get that offer. So you can still get the help that you need. There are payment plans available for all of my coaching with Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. I have payment plans, and I also have in-house payment plans, meaning payment plans from me that do have a little bit of interest, but you pay me directly. You don't have to go through Klarna or Afterpay if you can't get approved for them. Because again, I understand, but I also have payment plans, and I also offer custom packages. Point being, if you want help with your content, we're about to get halfway through the year. If you've been struggling, stop struggling, right? If you've been struggling, you need help, you need support, you don't know what to do, you're confused, things aren't working out from you. Let's just work together. Okay. So what I ask of you, join my email list at KrysTheMaximizer.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Krys. Does anybody have any questions? And it's Build a Business with KRYS. That is my business YouTube channel. Does anybody have any questions? I answered a bunch of questions and I said all of my tips. Does anybody have any questions before I go? I'm about to go wash this girl's hair. Okay. and then get myself in the bed because I'm tired. And tomorrow's Sunday. It's Father's Day. I'm hoping that it's a really busy Instacart day. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are my hardcore gig work days. So, and then my sister's coming on Monday. We got a lot of stuff to do this week, and she's gonna help me finish packing up my house. But anywho, thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I should be live again tomorrow, and then my live schedule after this is going to be about 3 times a week through the rest of June, because of me moving and me working on my side hustle. I can only commit to about 3 lives per week after Sunday because I have to go into overdrive to pack up my house. And I'm actually going out of town for my second side hustle because we have a show in DC and I have to go and pack for that show. So I'll be live in Baltimore in a couple of weeks. So thank y'all so much for watching. And if you decide that you have any questions, you can slide in my DMs or you can join my email list and respond to the email and say, hey, Crystal, I need help. And I'm your girl. But thank y'all so much for joining. And I'll see some of y'all tomorrow. Bye. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. I reached out by email. I'll check to see if it's sent. Yeah, so you can send it to hello@KristenMaximizer.com, or if you reply to any email I sent you, just re-forward it to me. I don't remember seeing anything from you, but if you resend it to me, Liv, let me know. You could also DM me as well, but definitely send the email first. Resend the email to me, and if that doesn't work, just send me a DM on Instagram. But I don't see, I'm checking my email right now. I don't see any emails from you. But please resend it. Okay? All right. Good night.